Hello Taurus, I am Ulrich, I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the sign of Taurus for the month of December. But before we start, I all want to wish you happy holidays. I hope you all stay in very good health, and of course, I wish you financial prosperity. If you have a lover, I hope they stay close to you. If there is no lover in your life, I'm sure they are soon to come. Anyway, coming back to the card reading, as always, we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Taurus for the month of December. And these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you, on your time of birth. These basic elements are air, earth, water, and fire. Now, the 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one that you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. However, if the object and the related video does not match your first choice, please check the other videos that are directly connected in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, the matches represent the fire element, the stone represents the earth element, the aerosol sprayer represents the air element, and the shell represents the water element. So, Taurus, here we go for your Lenormand card reading for December 2021. Hello Taurus, and welcome to the Shell or the Water group for your Lenormand card reading for December 2021. As the first card here on your board tray, we see the sit. It means that probably you need to act swiftly. If you are a quiet type, maybe this is unusual for you, but maybe, if you are a person who is not very active here, the card tells the opposite actually as you for Taurus. Taurus likes to be quiet, not move too much. In general, Taurus is a very quiet sign, and I mean that in a positive way. They have a lot of inner strength, but sometimes they tend not to move too much. And this card is the opposite of that. So here we see that this card lets us take action. We need to cut through in certain situations. Probably we will need to make some swift decisions in our life here. This is what we are seeing here. I'm assuming here, since the lily is next to it, it has to do with the career, but we will see how we move on later. Also, you will see if things put pressure on you in the past. Related to the work, related to an authority figure, related to your boss, you will see that you want to end this, you want to make changes there. This is what we are seeing here. In the central card, we have the birds. It means also the same, it's in the same line. We need to be active, we need to take action now, we need to be proactive here also. If we see certain things coming, we need to act in advance here. If we see the situation or we feel the situation coming, we need to act in front of the things happening. This is what we are seeing here. We need to take initiative. Also for communication, it's important that we change the way we communicate. Especially, we have the stork here also, and the stork is the bird of changes, actually big changes. Maybe it's good for us that we communicate in a different way here with this combination. Anyway, also we need to add with the bird sometimes that we are nervous, so we need to be careful that you don't go from one side into another. Because we are stressed, sometimes we could overreact. We can also not overreact. We need to keep our structure, we need to keep our feet on the ground. We cannot get angry or something. We need to keep a certain structure, keep everything into limitations here with the tower. The tower likes that borders are not crossed. Anyway, here we see also that it's possible that we are about to make a decision. If we have, for instance, a lot of stress in our work, it's possible that we suddenly decide to take a short trip, or we go somewhere for a few days. It might, excuse me, it might be some place. It don't necessarily need to be far, but it's possible here with the tower that you cross borders. Maybe it's a neighbor country that you are doing, because mostly the birds don't go too far and they stay close by. Anyway, we go in the we're going to mirror the cards now. We're going to mirror the sit with the mice, the sit and the mice. It means that something is ending. Probably this is related to the career path. It's possible, for instance, if you're an independent, that you end a certain project. It's also possible that in our relationship, there are some changes coming. We have the fox here, but I will go later into that. For the relationship, sometimes it means changes. Anyway, here for the work front, we have some changes. And if we do some changes, we probably need to let go of certain things in our life. It's possible that we lose something, but actually it could be beneficial that we have some losses here. Sometimes we need to lose something for gaining something. This could be the situation here. Anyway, since the lily is quite a positive card, here also we could recover from it. Anyway, it's possible if you have certain habits that you think of yourself, I should stop this or begin that. Here, this is about habits that we have that are not prosperous for our health or for our environment, that we change those habits. And it could have a positive health on ourselves here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also with this combination, if we see that, for instance, we have tolerated for a long time that small things disappear in our life, and we know and we never reacted on it. It's possible that you want to end this, that you say, this is enough now, that this has been taken. It might not be important, but you want to end it. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also with this combination, we need to see if we have small cuts in our fingers or whatever, that we see that they don't infect here. We could have this also. Sometimes also this points to corruption, that we are confronted with corrupted people who are not honest to us. Sometimes also this points to people that try to blackmail us. It depends on your situation here. This is what we are seeing here. But here we see that you want to clean the situation up. You don't want to stay as you are. If you are confronted with one of these things I just mentioned, you want to move on for it here. Some things that you need to let go of could be quite painful. They could, I don't mean physical pain, but they could be causing a mental pain. Here, this is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that you feel a little bit less energetic. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, you will work it out here. Here with the mice also sometimes they tend to go a little bit slow, and the lily is a slow card also. But we need to attend the problems. The mice, if we have certain problems and we don't attend them, one mice become 5, 5 become 20. You get the picture here. Then we're going to mirror the bottom cards here. We're going to mirror the fish and the stork. These are two water cards. The fish is very good for finances here, and there are some changes here for finances. Actually, Taurus likes to be stable. He likes to have his feet on the ground, and this is actually a very good reading for Taurus here. The last card is very good here. The 3 cards here, they're very prosperous. The bear is expanding, the fish is abundance, and the stork is changes on the money front. So if you have waited on certain things in your life, for instance, for more money, for a salary that improves here, this is a very good combination. Also, we feel optimistic. If we not yet have it, we're gonna get it. But anyway, if we do projects, also financial projects, these financial projects, they could bring us really prosperity. It's possible also on the work front, there are certain financial reorganizations, but they could be beneficial for you. This is reorganizations that point out to be beneficial. But it's possible because of the reorganization, we get more stress. This is possible also. Anyway, we will go with this positive change. We will go with the flow here. If you are on a work, it's possible that the work that you are doing is going in a new direction. If you have your own business, it's possible that you move your business in another direction. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that economical situations have changed and you adjust your the way you do business. This is what we are seeing here. The world is changing now, and probably you make some changes regarding that. Also, things that are no longer beneficial to you, we saw the mice there, you will probably will let them go. Also, it's possible if you wait on money for a certain person and you didn't ask for it, that suddenly this person, he pays you back without that you ask anything. This is what we are seeing here. But anyway, this points to a very profitable situation here with this combination. If there are changes in your job and you see these changes, this could have a total effect on your person. Then we gonna do the horizontal cards here. We're gonna do the sit, the lily, and the mice. The sit and the lily is that there are sudden changes here. We saw this here already. Some things you will need to let go here. Also, we need to take care of our health here with this problem, with this card reading here. We need to watch out for our health here. In general here, if we are careful, nothing is happening, but we need to be careful for our health here in general. Anyway, here you could also take some decisions on the long run that, as we saw here, that have an effect on you. Sometimes also this points that on the sexual level, we could have some flattery around us and maybe we interact with a certain person here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes this is a very, on the sexual front, this could be a very active combination that we are having here, but you will see how it works out. But the combination is here. If you want to, you can could get involved in something related to that. Anyway, also, if we have certain interactions with a person, we also know that there could be consequences. So we always need to protect ourselves. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Then we have the lily and the mice. This points to stress on the work floor. As I mentioned earlier, the ring is quite stressing, a lot of positivity for my financial changes, but also more stress is coming to us here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that certain works that you are doing, they lose your interest. And that's why you want a general change. We see the same thing coming here. It's possible here that you specialize more. So it's possible that your job was more all around and some things may be annoying you and they drag and you decide to quit with them. You make the decision to go and to specialize in something specific. This is what we are seeing here. There's a lack of passion maybe in certain fields of your work or certain things in your life. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also, if we have, for instance, a traffic fine or a fine that came to us, don't forget to pay, because sometimes this could have consequences also. So see that you pay your legal fees or anything legal here on time. So especially with the mice, we need to pay attention on that, because else, as I said, the things that we don't attend could get worse here with this combination. Also, here we see probably here with this combination here, we want to protect us. I mentioned earlier that there could be corruption in our life, and you will see that if you see this is going on around you, you will protect yourself. It's like we shield ourselves from it. It's like we want to cleanse ourselves. Maybe there's something going on there and you want to take your distance from it. You want to make cleanship there with this combination. Then we go in the second horizontal line. We have the tower, the birds, and the fox. The tower and the birds here, we see that probably we negotiated about something before, something structural. Sometimes this points to government jobs, and it's possible that we negotiated for another position in our work. The tower means like we negotiate with the hierarchy of our job, meaning we discuss with the direction about our work. Maybe we are in the middle now and we want to higher up ourselves, and here we see that discussions are going on here with this person here. We probably want to, because the fox is the job, and here maybe we want to establish ourselves more in a leader position. If we want to grow, the tower is high, we want to go in a higher position here. This is what we are seeing here. But here it's very important that you try, but it's going to be a stressful situation, that you try to be yourselves. Taurus is in general a calm sign, and here, especially on the work front, the important message here, try to stay calm, even though you have a lot of stress here. This is what we are seeing here. The best thing what we can do here sometimes is create a certain distance. If people are around us are very noisy and we have the ability to separate ourselves, you could have less pressure on yourself. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to official news. Some people also, this is also sometimes for politicians, for they get higher in their position. This is what we are seeing here also. Sometimes also this points to social media, that we put a very strict control what we release on social media. And that's mostly a good thing to do, because if we post something out there, we can never get it sometimes back anymore. So it's important, especially related to your job, see what you post on social media, investigate what you can, what you cannot, because the fox is a smart card. So you need to play it smart, especially, excuse me, especially on the work front here. You need to investigate before you post certain things, that they don't have a negative effect on you. This is very important here that we are doing. It's possible also that you are invited for gossip and that you are not willing here to participate, and that might be a best thing to do, because especially if you have ambitions for getting higher here, and that's might be why we take distance here. It could all be a little bit chaotic what is going on here. Sometimes this also points to gossip in public offices, public in gossip in the work floor. If we have a lot of people around us, they gossip here. This is what we are seeing here. In the beginning, if you come in a new position, it could all be a little bit chaotic, but that's how it is in the beginning. And it's like you need to find your place. Things are all over the place, and that could bring nerves also. This is what we are seeing. I want to come here now into the fox, specifically on the relationship field. If you are in a relationship with a certain partner, or you are married, with the fox, we need to be careful. Here it points that one of the both parties is half-hearted in the relationship. We have the mice above here, so it points that there are losses in the relationship, but mostly it points to half-heartedness. So one of the partners is possibly not anymore fully committed in this relationship. I don't say something is happening out of the marriage, but it's like the heart is no longer there. Then we come in the third line. We're going to do the fox and the birds also, sorry. Here we see here in the relationship, sometimes we are confronted with structural lies. These lies have a certain structure, and maybe you discover them, or they are so structural that you cannot see them. They are so smart covered up that you don't see them. But normally, if you have the fox, if you take your time, you can see it. You will need to pay attention to the details. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, here we need to stay alert also on the job front here. We need to look around us that people cannot harm us, especially if we have the focus on the work floor. And anyway, the message here we always receive here is to stay diplomatic and calm in all the conditions of our life. Also on the relationship field, maybe we just need to keep it calm. We take our distance for a while. We overlook it. The tower has an overview, and you can see where it's going. There's no need to act yet. You just see where it's going. Maybe you need to re-establish certain foundations in the relationship. You need to re-evaluate the relationship, but you will know if it applies on you. Anyway, here it points also that we could be very smart in our contacts for getting ourselves in a better position. We know exactly what to do here with this combination. And as I said, be careful what you post out there. It's always coming back here. Anyway, you need to focus here. If you have interest in going up in your career, for advancing, we need to focus here on ourselves. We need to be focused. We need to stay calm here. This is very important here with this combination. You need to wait here till it's the right time, and then you can move. The fox is a smart card. It operates between dusk and dawn. And when others are about to fall asleep, then it's the time to act. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes this points also to people who are very smart with laptops, with computers, with multimedia here. They know how to manipulate certain things in their advantage. And for the job, sometimes this, I mean this in a positive way, this could be a very good thing here that you're having here for putting certain things on there. For instance, for manipulating an algorithm or whatever here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, here points again that we could take maybe a short break, a short vacation with somebody. It's possible that we take a certain person with us and this person sees, or we see, that the other person is a little bit stressed here. It's possible, if you're not yet in a relationship, that you feel that there is like a chess game going on between you and the potential partner. This is what we are seeing here. It's like we are checking each other how deep we can go in the relationship, and exactly, it's like we test. We push a button and we see what is the reaction. This is what we see here. This is what we are seeing here. If you work with a lot of documents on your job front, we need to be careful here not to get confronted with very refined copies of the original. Sometimes this points here to a very refined forgery. So if a lot of documents pass on your office, be careful for this one also. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, don't let others influence your thoughts. Do what you want. Go your own way. This is very, very important here with this combination. Sometimes this points also, if we go very close to certain borders, that we are warned, nothing is going to happen. But here we are warned from authority figures that you are on the limit. This is possible also with this combination. Anyway, we need to be careful also with this combination that we take care of our health, that we don't eat certain things like too much fat foods. Here we need to take care of our health. We need to stay balanced here, that we don't go overweight, that we don't enjoy life too much also with this combination. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also with this combination, if you would go to certain place, we need to be careful here that we don't get bitten by certain animals, or we don't get stitched here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the fish, the bear, and the stork. The fish and the bear here, we see here that your finances will improve big. There's a big expansion because the bear is a big animal. You will get more control over money. Sometimes also this points to the bank sector. If you're involved in the bank sector, it means it's possible that you come in a higher position. It's also possible on the field of banking, politics. This is what we are seeing here. There's money engaged here. There's a certain project here that you could be engaged in, and you supervise this project. Anyway, also on your personal front, you will get more advanced here. If you wait for a certain project to happen, here it means that the people above you will give you the go ahead here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that you are intertwined with somebody with a certain project, and this person really has a lot of money, and he gives you the green light, the move ahead, but he controls a lot of finances here. This could be a benefactor, a person who invests in money. He's already very changes, and he himself also, he want to make some changes. He want to come in a different situation here. Here it points also that we have a very high turnover. We have a lot of financial improvement here. This points also to business. Maybe you have a work, but you do business also, because sometimes this points to people who do business, entrepreneurs here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe you have a job, but you have an entrepreneurship also. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, here this points to very positive financial situation. It's possible also with this combination that certain people put pressure on you to work with their money in a certain way. Or if you have control, that you direct people with your money, that you take them, put them on a very tight leash with your money. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the bear and the stork, the last two cards here. There's a lot of changes going on here, especially the bear is big and the stork is also a big animal. So it means these are big changes here that are coming here for you. Things could really, your world could really be shaked up. It could be that you suddenly are in a higher big position, responsible. This points to bosses, managers, people who are in charge, and suddenly maybe you are there if you play the game smart here. It's possible the people above you, they change also. So it's like there's a reconstruction in the company, a reorganization. We saw this earlier. This comes back here, and the leadership is transforming, and you are transforming. It's like the whole business is transforming here. some changes will be forced upon us because the bear can be quite dominant. So here it's like we have no choice here but changing. This is what we are seeing here. Here we see here, if we were very strict before, sometimes these points, maybe we needed to be very strict to come in a certain position for getting there. But here it's possible in the next line that once we are there, we become more lenient. It's like we want to go from the structural in the teaching position, and we want to teach others what we have learned here, and that's could be the thing that softens you up a little bit here with this combination. Anyway, also we will try to take charge here, or we will take charge. Sometimes it's points also if our parents are still alive, or if we have contacts with our parents, that suddenly they are on our front door, or they call us up, and here we see them coming to our door, or they contact us, and there's a recontact here with the parents if this would have been a long time ago. We see also that it's possible that you had a teacher before, no matter your age, and suddenly this person is back in your life. He taught you a lot before, and suddenly you are confronted with him again. But this will be a positive meeting that we are seeing here, because the tower returns. Then we have the sit, the tower, and the fish. The sit and the tower here, we make radical changes here. We saw here the endings that you will make will be very rational. You will have no emotions. Some things you will cut off without feelings, but maybe it's necessary sometimes if we need to make changes. We cannot involve our feelings here. It's possible if we come in different position, higher position with the tower, it brings a little bit of loneliness. Sometimes if we are high up in a company, it brings loneliness. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes this points also to lawyers. Maybe you have an education as a lawyer here. This points also to that we could have responsibilities for certain authorities here. Maybe we are in charge. Sometimes this points to people who are in charge for big institutions, like from prisons up to hospitals, any institution here related to the government that requires control here, you could be in charge of here. This is what we are seeing here. But you will have very related to the job, you will cut your emotions off, but you will be very efficient. Your work will go in a very efficient way. You will focus on rational and efficient work here. This is what we are seeing here. If something hurt you before, you will not allow that to interfere with your job here. This is what we are seeing. Then we have the tower and the fish. This is again here, very good for money. This is a very prosperous reading here for money. It's always coming back. If you do something in your work, also it's highly appreciated. If you write something up, a certain document, a certain dissertation, it will be highly appreciated. It will be copied and it will sell good. If you would write something also, it would sell good. Let's assume that you have a creative profession as a writer. This is a combination that makes you sell a lot, because the fish is abundance, a lot, it multiplies. So here, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. If we make certain investments, also the best thing to do here is make long-term investments, not short-term investments, because the tower asks us to make long-term investments. Anyway, here we see also that we need to be careful that even though our investments are sure, if we invested in something before, we need to see that we are sure we get our fair share with this combination. So be careful for that also with this combination. Anyway, it's possible also that we start to transfer money in abroad, or we working with banks in abroad. This points to money transfer in abroad. This is the border and this is the money, so the money crosses the border. There could be a business registry. Maybe if you come in a higher position here, you do some business in abroad. This is the documents that are required for the business in abroad. You could also be confronted with the tax offices. This points also sometimes to expert bankers, people who are in charge in their job what they are experts in their fields. This is what we are seeing here. These persons with this combination, they know exactly what they're doing business like with this combination. As I said here, there will be no emotions involved. I didn't say that you have no emotions towards your family and to the people around you, but here this points to a business attitude that is strictly business. Business is the most important thing here, and there will be advancement here with this combination. Also, you will appreciate sometimes, especially if you have a lot of stress, you will try to withdraw yourself and you will appreciate that people are not too noisy around her. But if you are in an office, probably you have the ability here to enjoy yourself. Then we have the lily, the birds, and the bear. The lily and the birds here. We have some. We see here that we have some stress, some nervousness, but we saw that already. I just see if I can add that here. We saw the expertise here already. If you are a single person, you are not married, sometimes this combination, it points to more than one person that is in our life. For instance, if you are a single person, it could point that you have relationship with two men or with two women, because the birds are two. And I said already, there's something going on in the relationship. Here I get the confirmation. The relationship could be purely based on the physical here with this combination. It could point also, because we have the lily here, that one of both partners, there's an age difference. If there is not an age difference, there's an experience difference. So these people have a difference in years or in experience. This is what we are seeing here. But sometimes this points to two singles who decide to go in a solely physical relationship. This is what we are seeing here. Also we need to, it's possible also if we were very long celibate before, or we didn't have a relationship, a sexual relationship for a very long time, that suddenly we become much more active. Maybe we were very focused on our career, we come in the next stage and we want to relax, and we choose this to do this way. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also this points to artisticity, creativity, that we get more interests in the artist field. For instance, we take some friends out, or we take a person out to visit an art gallery, ballet, something structural. We go see painters, important names in the field that interest us, from art, music, whatever it is that has catched our attention. Here we see also that we have a very big self-discipline. Then we have the birds and the bear. The birds and the bear here, we make important negotiations, but we already saw that. We need to be very focused, especially on the work front here. I just see if I can add something here. If you are younger, this points to connection with our grandparents. Sometimes it points that our grandparents were in very important positions in their life, and they could teach us something. Maybe they give certain advice to us. Maybe they feel that we want to get higher in our life. And sometimes this points, the bear is an advisor. He's a teacher, and this is related to your grandparents. It's possible that you get wise advice for them for growing in your position. If not, this is a person that you trust, that has been before in your life, that has been your teacher before, that you trust, and these people give you positive advice for growing in your career. This is what we are seeing here. In the beginning, if you come in this higher position, if you move on, you will be stressed, you will be nervous here, and as we say here, it will be difficult, but you need to be Taurus, you need to keep your calm here. It's very important. And then we have the third vertical line. We have the mice, the fox, and the stork. The mice and the fox here we need to be careful from people. We're gonna have advancement in our life. You know, if you have advancement, some people are jealous of that. Here we need to be careful that if something happened in the past, that some people did not wait for this and they tried to bite us in the back. So you need to be careful here with this combination. Some people will try to sting you. So here, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. This could be like they take a cheap shot at you here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also this points that we are, because we put so much effort, we saw the vacation there here, that we are feeling and we are seeing that our body gets tired, that we feel overworked and it's time to take off. So we see this here, the reason, this is the reason why here. Anyway, you will, normally we should be always, if we are involved with money, but if you are an expert in the field, I don't need to mention this, but for some people I need to. Here we need to see that we are always careful if we make investment. Don't trust too much, even though you are an expert in the field. Be careful, because it's some here with the mice. The mice are nibblers, and it's like small amounts of something are disappearing, and you want to change that. You are aware of that. We saw this, and this is coming back here also. It's like slowly things are eaten here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible that these people have a harmful agenda towards you, so be careful. Then we have the stork and the fox and the stork here with this combination. Something is happening here on the work front. We transform ourselves. I just see if I can add something here. Here we will see also that you will become what you really want to be. You are cautious also. Here you are well equipped. You have the right instruments in yourself. You have the right experience. We see for this transformation you're ready for it. But then we have the sit, the birds, and the stork. The sit and the birds here, something will get your attention. You will be alerted for something. Some things will suddenly change. Be careful also here not to get hurt through social media. We see this here again. We are in a good position. We could be a little bit worried because everything goes very well for us. We could be worried about this. Then we have the birds and the stork here. Here we see we have a very busy time, very busy changes. There are positive developments here, new forms of communication here that we are seeing here. It's possible that one of our staff members, if we are in charge, is pregnant. This is what we are seeing here also. And there is a communication about that. Maybe this person is important for us and they announce that they are pregnant. Maybe certain things need to be implemented here with this combination, because maybe this person is an important shoulder for us to lean on and we need to make some changes here. Anyway, there are many changes coming here at the same time here with this combination. Then we are gonna do the other cross, the mice, the birds, and the fish. The mice and the birds here, be careful not to get lied to. We already saw this gossip here. We saw here. We will be very suspicious, which is not necessarily a bad thing, especially if we go higher up in our life. You will be very alert, or you should be alert for your environment here. This is what we are seeing here. And then we have the birds and the fish. These are then the financial transactions. Here we seeing again, also you need to do with the fox, especially before you make move, especially if you change direction. You're maybe an expert in a certain field, but if you go in another direction in your life, financially or business-like or politic-like, see that you inquire thorough for taking the next step. Make your bed before you go to sleep. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also make careful investments. It's very positive for money, but the fox tells us to be watchful. This is what we are seeing here. There will be communication discussions about money, how much, how fast, when, why, how it's transferred in abroad. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Things will be a little bit hectic here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes because we are not sure or we don't have the right information, we will delay the decision, especially with the mice. As I said, pay attention to details here. It's possible also that other people, they don't see opportunities. And here, this could point to a person who is able to profit from a hectic situation. Others are distracted and you are focused. And because you are focused, you make profits. So Taurus, for the shell or the water group, this is all. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. It's very prosperous here for money. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check the other three that are connected here. Also, I want to mention we have specific love card readings. If you're interested in your love life specific, I do a separate reading for that, a short reading. Also, we have small, short financial readings, but you already have a lot of information here financially. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.